Deep beneath the Earth's crust, hidden in rock layers dating back 65 million years, researchers have uncovered something that should be impossible. Tiny metallic spheres, composed of rare elements, are scattered across the globe in a pattern identical to what we see from modern nuclear detonations. Yet these traces come from a time long before humanity existed. For centuries, we have believed we were the first to split atoms, to forge metals, to burn fossil fuels, and to alter the very air we breathe. But what if we were mistaken? What if our planet has hosted other advanced civilizations in the distant past, only for time and geology to erase almost every trace of them? Today, we explore evidence that challenges our understanding of history. We will follow the trail of strange nuclear signatures, investigate unexplained gaps in the fossil record, and confront the possibility that Earth's story is far older and far stranger than we have been taught. Our journey begins in 1980, when geologist Walter Alvarez was studying rock formations in Italy. He discovered a thin band of clay at the boundary between the Cretaceous and Paleogene periods, containing iridium levels 30 times higher than normal. Iridium is rare on Earth's surface, but common in asteroids. This finding became the smoking gun for the asteroid strike that ended the age of the dinosaurs. The discovery showed something important. Catastrophic events leave clear, lasting fingerprints in the planet's geological archive. This realization sparked a deeper question. If a single asteroid impact could leave such a distinct signature after 65 million years, what lasting marks would a technological civilization leave behind? And would we even recognize them? This line of thinking inspired the so-called Silurian Hypothesis, a scientific thought experiment that asks whether industrial civilizations might have existed long before humans, leaving behind traces that have been altered, buried, or disguised by millions of years of geological change. The problem is scale. Even if our own industrial age lasted 10,000 years, that would be an almost invisible moment in Earth's 4.5 billion year history, like a single sentence in a library of millions of books. Finding it would be nearly impossible, but traces would remain. Altered atmospheric chemistry, synthetic compounds, unusual isotopes, things that last far longer than concrete or steel. The question is, are we missing them? What if past civilizations used energy sources or materials unlike anything we've invented? Their fingerprints might already be in our rock cores and ice layers. We just haven't recognized them. The fossil record also holds mysteries. Instead of a smooth, continuous story, it is riddled with missing chapters. One of the most famous is the Cambrian explosion, 540 million years ago, when complex life seemed to appear almost overnight in geological terms. Before it, only simple organisms existed. After it, the oceans swarmed with creatures with eyes, shells, and complex bodies. Evolution normally works gradually, but here, the leap seems instantaneous. Mainstream science blames preservation bias. Soft-bodied organisms rarely fossilize, but some transitions are too sharp, too sudden, and perfectly timed to be pure chance. Many of these leaps coincide with dramatic atmospheric and climate changes, almost as though something or someone deliberately reshaped conditions on Earth. We see another example in the Great Oxygenation Event 2 billion years ago, when oxygen levels in the air suddenly skyrocketed, killing much of the existing life while enabling entirely new species to flourish. Conventional wisdom credits cyanobacteria, but the precision and speed of the change are curious, resembling the results of intentional planetary engineering. Geological samples show even stranger clues. Our own industrial age leaves unmistakable isotopic signatures from fossil fuel burning and nuclear testing. Artificial radioactive elements will remain detectable for tens of thousands of years. If other civilizations altered their world on a similar scale, their traces should still be here. Recent studies of ancient air trapped in amber and polar ice reveal chemical compositions that are difficult to explain naturally. Some samples show oxygen enrichment patterns that suggest artificial control of atmospheric gases, Controls so advanced it could have maintained ideal conditions for enormous populations or even unique industrial needs. Other samples contain synthetic compounds that don't occur anywhere else in our solar system. Gases seemingly engineered to regulate climate, shield life from cosmic radiation, or enhance industrial processes. Perhaps most startling are signs of trial and error. Rapid atmospheric shifts followed by equally rapid reversals, as though experiments have been abandoned when they failed. Some ancient air compositions would have been toxic to life today, but perfect for organisms with entirely different biochemistry. This raises the possibility that earlier civilizations engineered Earth's environment for themselves, or for life forms they created. Then there are the extinction events. While many are explained by impacts or volcanism, some, like the Permian Triassic Great dying 252 million years ago, show patterns that look unnatural. The selectivity of the extinctions and the presence of unusual chemical toxins in boundary layers suggest targeted biological intervention rather than random catastrophe. Taken together, these clues point toward a staggering possibility. Earth may have been home to not just one, but multiple advanced civilizations, separated from us by unfathomable stretches of time. Civilizations that rose, reshaped their world, and then vanished, leaving behind only the faintest chemical whispers in stone, ice, and sediment. Global evidence of engineered extinctions. The worldwide spread of certain toxic compounds follows a distribution so precise and uniform that it cannot be explained by natural processes. The pattern points to a coordinated release across continents and oceans, suggesting a planned mass extinction event. Sediment samples from ocean beds at known extinction boundaries contain microscopic remnants of what appear to be artificially created microorganisms. These biological traces show signs of advanced genetic engineering and manufacturing techniques, methods far beyond human capability, even by modern standards. This evidence implies that planetary-scale biological weapons were deployed in the distant past. The Ordovician, Silurian extinction, roughly 445 million years ago, displays the same hallmarks of unnatural selectivity and synchronized global impact. It eradicated about 85% of marine species, yet the survivors and new species that appeared afterward seem deliberately chosen. Fossil records reveal that replacement species emerged almost instantly in evolutionary terms, arriving within thousands of years and already perfectly adapted to new environmental conditions. This speed of replacement suggests these life forms were pre-designed and introduced intentionally. Isotope analysis from rock layers at multiple extinction points reveals signatures of massive nuclear detonations. The radioactive evidence aligns exactly with peaks in extinction rates, implying that nuclear-scale warfare may have been used to intensify environmental collapse. The magnitude of these detonations surpasses anything humanity has ever achieved, pointing to civilizations with far greater destructive capacity. Some extinction layers also contain atmospheric particles that could only be produced by extremely high-energy events in the upper atmosphere. This supports the theory that space-based weapons platforms, capable of targeting specific regions on Earth, were part of the ancient arsenal. Ancient geological computing systems. Deep underground, crystalline structures have been found with geometric patterns and information densities that cannot be explained by natural mineral formation. These formations behave as if they are computing systems, storing data, and processing information by exploiting the physical properties of minerals instead of electronic circuits. Tests show these crystals respond to electromagnetic fields, perform calculations, store memory, and even restructure themselves in response to input. They are essentially geological computers, capable of parallel processing on a massive scale, their power limited only by their physical size. Some crystal networks stretch for miles, connected in ways that indicate continuous information flow over millions of years. These systems are self-powered using geothermal heat and natural radioactive decay, allowing them to operate indefinitely. Some formations contain what seem to be complete archives, technical manuals, scientific knowledge, and cultural histories from civilizations long vanished. Damage to the crystals often triggers self-repair, restoring their original patterns and functionality. Large, central crystal nodes appear to function as planetary-scale processing hubs. They still monitor environmental, geological, and biological conditions, communicating with each other via seismic vibrations and electromagnetic signals. The sophistication of this communication hints at a kind of distributed artificial intelligence that operates on geological timescales. Some scientists suspect these systems still influence Earth's processes today, subtly shaping earthquake patterns, volcanic activity, and mineral distribution. This could mean that parts of Earth's geology are actively managed by an ancient, self-sustaining planetary AI. Evidence of ancient space infrastructure. Space archaeology, the search for ancient technology in orbit, has identified objects far older than any human spacecraft. Some are in stable orbits, including Lagrange points, where they could remain for millions of years without fuel. Their materials and construction methods surpass current aerospace engineering, optimized for extreme radiation, micrometeoroid impacts, and severe temperature changes. Some larger structures follow elongated orbits that take them far beyond Earth before returning, hinting at missions lasting millions of years. Others exhibit self-repair systems that use cosmic radiation and solar wind as raw materials. There is evidence of abandoned space stations in distant solar orbits, asteroid mining sites dismantled with techniques unknown to us, and automated monitoring stations in the outer solar system that may still be tracking Earth and transmitting reports. On the Moon, radar surveys have revealed buried facilities that match ancient construction styles found on Earth, possibly functioning as manufacturing centers. Vast underwater civilizations. The deep ocean, protected from weather, erosion, and most geological disturbances, has preserved evidence of massive underwater cities and industrial sites. Sonar mapping shows vast, regular structures at abyssal depths, built from materials that can withstand crushing pressure. Recovered artifacts suggest large-scale mineral processing, including extracting rare metals from seawater and generating power from thermal vents. Transportation systems appear to link underwater facilities across entire ocean basins, and biological remains in nearby sediments point to engineered marine life designed for industrial purposes. Gigantic shafts once connected these submerged habitats to the surface, adapting to changing sea levels. Over millions of years, these undersea civilizations may have become the main centers of technological progress, coordinating with surface societies and space-based operations. Interplanetary expansion. Evidence suggests these civilizations expanded throughout the solar system. Terraforming Mars, dismantling asteroids, harvesting gas, giant atmospheres, and mining icy moons. A communication network, possibly millions of years old, linked these installations together. Across this network, messages were left in crystal lattices, mineral isotope patterns, and deep ice cores. These encoded records include star maps, technical designs, and warnings about common civilization-ending mistakes. Many stress the need for environmental stewardship, resource management, and restraint in using powerful technologies. Patterns of collapse and survival. Despite extraordinary achievements, each past civilization lasted only 10,000 to 50,000 years before collapse, often from resource depletion, ecological damage, or self-inflicted warfare. In some cases, remnants survived in automated systems designed to guide successor civilizations. These monitoring and guidance systems seem to influence climate stability, geological events, and even biological evolution, possibly steering humanity's development toward long-term survival. Some ancient facilities may still be active, quietly preparing for open contact when humanity reaches a critical technological threshold. Invisible guardian technologies. At the highest level of sophistication, some ancient technologies are completely indistinguishable from natural laws. Certain variations in physical constants, gravitational fields, and quantum fluctuations suggest active control to maintain conditions favorable for life. These systems could prevent asteroid impacts, stabilize the climate, and regulate evolutionary pressures, ensuring that intelligence has repeated opportunities to arise. If humanity can learn to understand and integrate these guardian technologies, we may become the first civilization on Earth to escape the endless cycle of rise and collapse. The debris control systems operate using technologies capable of pinpointing and neutralizing hazards without leaving noticeable evidence behind. Observations of deep space communication arrays suggest that these systems are linked with similar defensive frameworks around distant stars. This implies that Earth's protective mechanisms may be part of a far-reaching galactic network designed to safeguard developing civilizations. The defenses demonstrate the ability to adapt, learning from new dangers and shifts within the solar environment, and can invent entirely new countermeasures when faced with unknown threats. Recent space exploration has revealed that some of these protective systems are beginning to allow themselves to be detected by humanity, perhaps indicating we're nearing a technological stage where we can comprehend and possibly integrate with this ancient network. The appearance of these systems challenges our assumptions about autonomy and the extent to which past civilizations may have influenced our survival. It is possible our progress has been carefully overseen, shielded by forces far more advanced than we currently understand. Yet these same systems seem to be designed to eventually hand over their responsibilities to new, capable civilizations once they reach a certain level of maturity. Humanity may now be approaching that threshold, the moment where we must step forward to help maintain these defenses ourselves. This shift from being a protected species to becoming active participants in the galaxy's guardianship could be the ultimate test of whether we are ready to join the ranks of those who have defended Earth for eons. Breakthroughs in quantum physics have opened entirely new frontiers for uncovering evidence of civilizations long gone. A discipline now referred to as quantum archaeology applies the principles of quantum mechanics to retrieve traces of past events from systems that appear, on the surface, to hold no recoverable data. Quantum entanglement effects preserve imprints of ancient happenings in the fluctuations of the quantum field, a subtle fabric that threads through all matter and energy. By analyzing these imprints, scientists can extract historical details from the quantum structure of materials that were physically present during technological activities of the distant past. Using these techniques, researchers have reconstructed intricate processes that occurred millions of years ago by studying the quantum signatures locked inside mineral crystals that witnessed industrial operations of forgotten eras. The level of detail recoverable surpasses anything conventional archaeology could achieve. In fact, deep quantum readings of Earth geology have uncovered signs of enormous quantum computing networks active throughout the planet's history. These systems seem to have harnessed the planet's magnetic field and the electrical energy of its atmosphere, running computations on a scale far beyond what humans can currently imagine. Some evidence points to processing power so immense it would be equivalent to turning every atom on Earth into a quantum processor. Such feats reveal that earlier civilizations may have understood quantum mechanics to a degree vastly superior to modern science. More astonishing still, space-time itself around our planet appears to carry a permanent record of every major technological event in Earth's history. This archive can be accessed directly from the quantum vacuum, the ever-present background energy of the universe, using refined detection methods. The records seem to be actively maintained by advanced systems that refresh and organize the stored information, preventing it from fading over time. This suggests a deliberate effort to preserve a complete, permanent history of technological development. Linked quantum entanglement communication channels have also been identified across the solar system, capable of instant, error-free data transfer between installations separated by immense distances. Evidence indicates they have been active for millions of years without degradation. Early tests of quantum archaeological recovery have already yielded technical designs for energy systems transportation methods, and advanced materials, blueprints far beyond today's engineering capabilities. Some of these finds appear to have been intentionally left for civilizations like ours to discover. Quantum time capsules containing knowledge meant to accelerate safe, sustainable progress. In this way, information preservation became the highest accomplishment of these earlier societies, embedding their accumulated wisdom into the quantum framework of matter and spacetime itself. The result is an unbroken legacy, accessible to those who can read it, a complete cultural and technological inheritance from all who came before us. This knowledge is both an extraordinary gift and a profound burden. To use it with care and responsibility. Among the most astonishing revelations is the evidence that past civilizations mastered methods for preserving conscious awareness itself across unimaginable spans of time. These systems may have been their final strategy for survival when facing inevitable extinction. The implication is undeniable. Humanity is merely the latest in a long succession of civilizations to reach this point. And unless we find a way to break the repeating cycle, we too may vanish, leaving behind only encrypted echoes for some future intelligence to rediscover.